How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be sharing with you another variant for Cavern Shuffle. This one I'm calling the Lair of the Lich. The boss monster this time will be the Lich King. I'll get to them in a second, but you'll notice right off the hop that all the cards look a little bit differently than the adventures that you're used to. I'm using a deck of cards for this, and I've sleeved them with the Cavern Shuffle print and play. It's a bit of a lower ink style version to kind of match the prototype style of a lot of these variants that you'll see. So that's what we'll be using today. You'll notice that setup is exactly the same here. There are a few new mechanics that I'll walk you through as we go, but right from the get-go, you'll notice the Lich King is going to be our boss monster today. So its difficulty is 28. Its front side still the same as the Minotaur, so it's going to move right every time you transfer a card to the party pile. But on the reverse side, it no longer has an ability or a difficulty score, but rather an ability. So it's when revealed. So when you flip this up, you place a skeleton in the largest sequence from the left. And so in this version of the game, you have an extra card here that will be your skeleton. That, depending on the size of the pile, it will block whichever the largest pile is. And then its secondary ability is just its movement, so it's going to advance one left until it flips again. So that will be our boss monster. You'll notice that short rest is a little bit differently. I'm naming it the Jar of Souls. Think of it like a Horcrux or like a phylactery, where its souls will help, like collecting souls will, help defeat the boss monster. So its front side, so it too has an ability. So difficulties of the boss encounter cost one less for each enemy defeated. So you simply, as you find them, you will tuck them underneath, and then similar to short rest. So starting item, collect and shuffle the discard pile. But when you do, you flip, and now we've released all the souls. So all the souls and all the hard work are now gone. But when you reveal this, you refresh one single used item. Lastly, just looking at this opening board, you'll notice obstacles now are two-colored. So it no longer scales with the other obstacles completed, but it's more looking at the card type. So this is a chaotic obstacle, and it will need either a rogue or a ranger level 3. So yeah, with that, let's just dive right in. So obviously we have a ranger 2 on a barbarian 3 here. We're going to flip through the pile first to see what we have, but that is a good first option. 2. Item underneath. We'll get to it when we see it. All this stuff will be here when we come back around. Moving 1 is going to get us the rogue. 3, 5, 10, and barbarian. So yeah, let's just move it up to the top. Don't see why not. We're going to move this over 1. We've opened a passage. We'll probably go for that 10, but we can probably see how we do. So probably move this 1 over. I don't know if we want to. Oh, this is going to shift it. That's all right. We'll come back for it. This 9 with that 10, good to know. This rogue will be up when we see it next. I don't know if we want that 10. And okay, so it's probably safe. We can probably move this over. This 8, 3, 7. Hey, well, we can come back for this 5. Familiar to the Endless Oasis variant, this is Major Illusion, so it's a little bit more of an upgraded version of Minor Illusion. So you can place this in the dungeon to begin or continue any sequence, and any level can start a sequence in a passage, and you just remove it when no longer needed. But we're not going to use that yet, but I'm just going to set it up into the inventory. 3, Rogue, up, 3, up, oh, 4. Move this over. We've come across another item. So this one is the Dagger of Desire. It is like a treasure card, so you can level up one of the adventurers in your party. But if you find the original card, it has to stay in the dungeon. So a little bit of a drawback, but actually a big drawback, but good for when you need it. 4, probably just put there. Okay, Ranger, good. I thought the Ranger was going to be under here. That is helpful. So we're going to put a Ranger up, flip, and we come across the first enemy in the dungeon. So you'll notice that it has a varying difficulties. And so similar to the obstacles in Maze of the Minotaur, enemy encounters will now depend on how many enemies or how many skeletons you defeat before it. So, spoiler, everything's a skeleton. But this is what the Lich King will spawn as well. But its difficulty is currently 5. Once we move this over here, it will spawn a skeleton on here. So I just need to decide, we probably want to just put, 1 sec. Let's flip through first. 5. We've come across the one of the other obstacles, and so this one you'll notice needs an individual character adventurer level of 6, and any adventurer can complete it. It's a multicolored card. You just need their level 6, which doesn't really harm us. 4, 6. Okay, so we're going to move one up. We're going to flip the Lich King. The extra card that I provide in the print and play file will have an extra one. It will also have ×2 in the back. For when you need to get another skeleton out of the jar of souls that you've already put there. So this is going to be placed in the largest sequence. So currently our largest sequence is 3. So it's going to cover that, and its difficulty will be 5. I'm going to place a 6 and then uncover this next item. So this item, banish the Bracers of Banish. So you can set this aside and move one non-legendary encounter to either the bottom of the discard pile, so the bottom of this pile here, or the bottom of a stack. Say we want to move this underneath there, we can banish it. Pretty helpful for a boss that spawns skeletons. Okay, so we're gonna flip this back over, start again. 3, oh, 2 on the 3, 2, 2. All right, and then this is the last obstacle. You'll notice that it's lawful. We do have the ability to defeat it, so we're just going to set this up and off to the side. Oh, well, maybe we'll find a new place for it, off to the side. We've uncovered the cleric. We'll just move the cleric up. Move the Lich over. Move this ranger up and over. Obstacle will set off to the side. 8. What do we have here? We have 10. So we can actually defeat 2 skeletons, which is great. Might as well just do this one. So this skeleton will just place underneath the jar of souls, signifying that we've collected it. I wonder if we need to do that. I don't think so. But we can do this. Cleric. Flip. Move. We can probably defeat this skeleton. So because it's a 2-sided card, we're just going to remove the skeleton to signify that we've now have 2 skeletons under here, and then we can use this one to place when the Lich comes back around. 5, 4, 6. Nothing. There's a lot of 10s and 9s in here, which I think is going to help us secure a victory. 6 does nothing for us. 4 does something for us. So the Lich is now back on its friend side. Its difficulty, even though it says 28, because the Jar of Souls still doesn't have it, we have 2 souls underneath here, so its difficulty is only at 26 now, which is pretty helpful. That 5 that we were talking, oh no, we weren't talking about a 5. Could have been a 5 here, but that's all right. All right, 10. Might as well put the 10 down. Bring the 9 over. 4s. So we could probably, I don't know, 9. Could probably strategically move this over here so that the Lich doesn't get on top of it. This doesn't help us. Move it up, over, get this 9 down. Left or right, we can probably do something like this. 5. Okay. 8. Left or right again. Another skeleton. So we've defeated 2 skeletons. So this difficulty is 15. This one also is 15. But we need some of these 8s and 10s and probably that 3. One, 2, 3. All right, 5. Probably want to move this 5. Actually, don't know what the 4 is. That's helpful. Because we have now a level 6 rogue, we can defeat this. We can probably bring this down. Oh, there's a lot of things in here that we probably need. There's probably a bit of thinking to do it. So 4 is the last card. Probably move this 7 up. 4 up, flip. We now have a loose skeleton that now goes on the largest sequence. And its difficulty, I think, is still 15. which I think we have. 8. Okay. We're really going to need a 9. Oh, they need that 9. We can get that 9. 9. Or 5. 9. We can add this to our jar. And continue. 3. It's probably what we were looking for. And this is the last item. So Potion of Speed, a little bit differently from some of the potions you've seen where they've just increased the adventurer's level to overcome something. This one, a little bit more interesting. For one cycle of the Explore pile, flip through 2 cards instead of 3. Pretty fun when, say the Brood Mother or something, or some really difficult enemy is sitting on top of a card you need, and you can kind of maneuver around it for one turn. So we're just going to add that to our ever-growing stack of unused items. 7. Yeah, 4. It's going to haunt us. 8. Might as well get that 8 down. No, we don't need that 8. What we really need is to move this Lich. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. We can look at our items. So, interestingly enough, this is probably the perfect use case of the Dagger of Desire, because we know where that 4 is. It's in the top 3 here. That, once we uncover the 4, it has to stay where it is. So this might be a perfect situation for using the Dagger of Desire. So we're just going to put the dagger, and similar to a treasure, it will move the creature 1. So now that's a 4. What do we need? A 20. So 4, 10, 22. So this is here. We can move that 5 up. 5 and 6. All right, so currently the Lich's ability score is 28 minus 4. And we have 15. Now we have 24. So technically we have defeated the Lich. And so we will set it off to the side, defeating it and winning the game. In some circumstances, when you no longer have used your Jar of Souls and you no longer have that ability, it's a little bit more difficult. Makes me think I probably should make the Lich King a little bit more difficult, difficulty-wise, because unlike this video, it's a pretty difficult encounter. But yeah, give me your thoughts, download it, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think the Lich King's difficulty should be. Perfect. Thanks so much for watching.